No, but he is God.
But God is every one of us.
No,
Shut up,
he
Khanek.
is God. That's how the Holy Trinity works. Like, he is Son of God, but he is also God. It's fucking weird.
Oh shit, I gotta pop out these cams.
They're different. They're two different.
Look it up, Phil. Look it up, man.
I didn't go to years
Will's
for
really-
fucking Sunday
Yeah,
school where be told that now God is Jesus.
Yeah, but that's biased information. Jack read it in a textbook.
That is true.
And textbooks are very unbiased.
Exactly.
No, I learned this
No,
from
Jack.
priests,
Jack
bro.
watched a YouTube video of an essay.
No, I learned this from priests, bro. I learned this
What
from
priest? What New Age?
Loyola.
He took
The
theology.
Loyola
The
priests. I was
priests
forced
of
to take-
Loyola.
I was forced to take. I remember, I was like, man, religion would be way cooler if it was like it was an anime. When I was taking these classes, I was like, man, I wish I was learning, cooler shit. But this is what we learned about. in
Where is
religion
our
class.
society going? Religion would be much cooler if it was an anime.
Dude, I want the church paladins and the fucking assassins. Like, come on. Imagine the Pope just like, all right, we gotta eliminate some fuckers. Like, let's go. Send him out. Send Alexander Anderson out. We have some fuckers.
Yeah, you
You
just want to
filthy
dial.
Protestant whores.
You just want to dial all of their beliefs up to 100% and then see and see an
Yeah,
animated version of it.
dude, it would be so cool. Dude, imagine.
I'm imagining it would be pretty cool.
I don't see anything talking say Jesus is God besides metaphorically.
Do you need it to be stated directly, Will? Is there no interpretation?
All I'm saying is that for like 18 years I was in the religious world and I'd never heard once that Jesus is God. I know metaphorically he says him and God are one because they share the same like ideology and all that shit. But, that's metaphorical. They're not the same person.
It's metaphorical.
Because when Jesus is dying on the cross, he's fucking being like, God, why are you forsaking me? Why wouldn't he just be like, yo, why am I killing myself?
Yeah, I know. That's why it's so funny. That's why it's a Christian meme. That's why the Christian memers love that one so much because it's like
Christian
God.
memers.
Sacrifices himself.
Frank is just smoking some
For his own-
absolute gush.
From himself.
Smoking some
absolute gush.
Jack doesn't do drugs, but man, you would think he is. This does something. He is a fucking off in it.
Alright. We're live.
Sorry,
It's,
Will. I was talking about
Say a
Trinitarian
slur.
Christians. You can look it up. But this is a Trinitarian Christian belief.
I don't know what the fuck a Trinitarian Christian.
It's the people who believe in the Trinity. The Father.
Which I'm
What
sure
do you
they're
believe in?
Apparently, this is a subject of debate within Christianity.
So you,
What do you believe in? Not that.
not that.
There's the Holy Trinity. I've heard of that, but
You
that's
don't believe in it though?
that's the Father, Son, the Holy. I had never heard once in my life, in 18 years of being in Catholic school and in church, that God is Jesus. There was always the
That's how-
separation.
That's how the Trinity works. The Father is not
the Trinity's
Son, is not the
metaphorical.
Holy Spirit. So the Father is not the
Metaphorical.
Son, is not the Holy Spirit, is not the Father, but they are all God. Boom.
No, this is all metaphors.
This is exactly what I wanted in my religion.
No, look it up.
campaign.
That's how the Trinity works. The Son is not the Father, is not the Holy Spirit. Is they're not each other, but they're all God.
Right.
Oh.
That is how it works.
If you're just saying metaphorically they're all part of the Trinity, therefore they are all one, it doesn't mean. I thought you were saying that Jesus and God are the same person, and God goes down to earth as Jesus and was just hanging out just to hang out.
I mean, the concept of God as a person is a bit.
Because that would defeat the entire
What
purpose
kind of
of
game designer
sending
would want to play
Jesus.
his own game?
Even Heathcliff didn't remember why he wanted to play
He's-
his own game.
God is Heathcliff. Okay,
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Who the fuck
it's
is
all a
Heathcliff?
reference to Sword Art Online.
Yeah, Will. See, you're pointing out the flaw in the logic, but now you see why people like to meme it because there is a flaw in the logic. That's what makes it funny.
This isn't a thing.
Look it up. It's a
It kind of is a thing.
Look it up.
I will not be gaslit into believing that.
No, I'm not gaslighting you. You can look it up. It's a thing.
It's a
You're
thing.
being indoctrinated
It's a
by
thing.
your years of Christian school. You can look it up. There's other Christian things.
Oh my god.
You believe your school of Christianity is the only one? You've been a trained soldier of your Christian sect, but you merely don't understand the other paladins of Christianity or their beliefs. They have different vows of holiness.
All right, last time on Tragedy of War.
Okay.
Say the thing. Say the thing. Come on.
This is session 39 of Tragedy of War. We'll do a recap. Yeah. Last time on Tragedy of War. The session began with the faithful few facing off against the surviving Utale, Jorma's oldest brother, George, and Mulka, High Necromancer of Forlorn, atop Mount Ukarana, the corrupted Weatherstone channeling this Necronimbus storm in the background of their battle. Jorma split off from the main fight to face off against George. Jorma got down twice throughout their epic duel, but with the help of his allies, Brelikk especially, via Alex, Jorma was able to escape the cold clutches of death each time and defeat his brother. Once all of the surviving Utale had fallen, along with their leader, the party set their sights on Mulka, the only enemy which remained. It was clear he was a powerful caster, raising the dead Utale to fight for him once more. Alex, however, was able to dispatch of them quickly. Jorma, driven by this passionate hatred for what this Dragonborn had done to his people, his land, and his brothers, charged up to the peak of Mount Ukarana. Without an inkling of fear in his heart, he came face to face against Mulka, making his first and final move. Mulka seized Jorma mid-lunge by the throat with a decaying skeletal arm. Heavy necrosis spread throughout Jorma's body, bits and pieces of his flesh falling to the floor, features sunken and withered, until he was nothing more than just another corpse. The rest of the party was able to overcome Mulka through their sheer force of numbers. By the end of the fight, Alex was downed, deactivated, or in sleep state. Vopa, the kobold prisoner of war, was killed by an ice blast, and Jorma had died once again as a corpse. With the mountain crumbling beneath him, Rolland knelt before Jorma. The session ended with the Necronimbus storm still raging, Mount Ukarana cracking and crumbling beneath the faithful few, slowly, and Rolland attempting to bring Jorma back from death. Let's scene swap, just for the sake of aesthetics. Preload. Oh, I didn't think I'd do this, but let's try this music.
I didn't think I'd make it this far, but let's try this music. I never thought we'd get to this track. Let's hit it.
What's the matter with you?
Harry, which map should I go on right now?
You can't see all of them.
God. All right, I'll go on the map of Rapture.
Looks so divine.
There's Mount Caron. Let's go.
Alright, we'll zoom in here since that's where. And we'll drag Jorma's token back in. Oh, wait. Isn't it still there? What's that noise?
Not gonna lie, guys, as this campaign has gone on, our audio quality has diminished significantly.
It's okay.
every week, everyone's mics get shittier.
I'll be back at school next week. It'll be better. Trust.
Oh, okay.
Same.
Where are you right now, Jack?
I'm in at my parents' place in Cali.
California.
Oh, right. Where are you in California, Jack?
Disgusting.
A bit at South of LA.
Oh, you're south of LA.
Yeah, one of the near Irvine.
Oh.
Ew.
Wonder how close we are right now.
We're pretty close, Harry. 4-hour drive to where you are.
Oh, really?
Probably.
You checked?
Wait, how close are you to Vegas?
I'm an hour away. Hour and a half.
So maybe like probably 4 to 5 hours away from you.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Who am I looking for? Will, Jorma. Oh, Jorma's token's right there. I see.
Yeah, I was carrying it, remember?
Are you?
No.
Okay.
Mike. What up?
Okay. Oh,
What is that noise, Jack?
I will mute myself when I'm not speaking. That is a fan because I like to have my room.
So funny.
Yeah, you like being in a wind turbine?
It's not a wind turbine. It's just every now and then it just goes.
Welcome to that Blue Yeti big gain, and it's like across the table. It's like a solid 2 feet away from my face.
When you talk, it's fine. It's just when you're not talking, it just goes.
Yeah, exactly. It's because the gain is up.
So the scene is as I've said it.
Wait, guys, can we get Kev's reaction to him like trapping the soul of? Because this was the big part that we missed last session.
Mike,
We
you're
didn't get
here
to have
now.
the Kev roleplay of trapping the soul. That is the fucking base part.
It was one of the last things that happened in the session, Mike.
All right.
So
You
this
just be like, oh, sweet.
this wispy silver essence pops out of this dragonborn as he falls, and it seems like ethereal, like it's moving, or ephemeral. Anyway, it seems like it's moving of its own volition, and it's not just like some piece of magic. And you brandish your lantern.
And it
You got any one-liners?
is it trapped in there now?
That's the soul. You cast Soul Cage, and the essence it's flitting away from the peak of Mount Ukarana, and before it can disappear into the clouds of the storm, you hold up the lantern, and the cage door opens, and it stops, and you can feel it fighting back against the pull of the cage, but you successfully drag this soul into behind the bars, and the gate slides shut as you hold this silver bulb within your little bird cage of yours. It's kind of thumping around a little bit.
Wait, I'm sorry. My internet is like going crazy right now.
Oh, no worries. So there's the situation is very hectic. In this moment, like maybe not even everyone realizes that Kev has done this yet because of the storm and the distractions with Jorma getting downed and Mulka, falling to the ground. There's a crack of thunder and a flash of light, and the monument beneath you, a large chunk of it breaks out off to the far side, far right of you, Rolland, past the Weatherstone.
And you take necrotic damage?
No, you're not near it, but it does, it sets you, like, as you kneel, it, like, helps you fall to your knees. And this large piece just goes tumbling down the mountain, and so you hear, like, a loud, the deafening sound that it would have made is drowned out by another crash of thunder. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of time in this situation. The Weatherstone is still channeling necrotic energy into the sky, and Rolland, you are kneeling over Jorma. What do you do?
So I cast the spell, and I don't see, like, any effect, really. So, right now.
So, how do you cast this spell?
I said
I believe you
last
made a
session,
religion check, yeah.
Yeah, last
was
session
pretty good.
I did make a religion check, but I said I, like, knelt down and I actually
Yes.
grabbed his holy symbol
Yes.
of Aewa to, like, and pulled it up his neck slightly
Mhm.
to try and, like, cast a spell.
Yes, I remember you actually had a little bit of a monologue, so I won't make you do that again, but... Jorma.
I ask him that if he has something to fight for, to do it.
Yes. Make a, D20 roll, Jorma. The DC is, I believe, 10? 10. Yep. Just 10.
You hate to see it.
So, thank you, Rolland. Oh, where'd Jorma's body go?
It's right here.
Wait, so he's dead?
I think it's under Alex. Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, where'd he go? It was right
He's
there a
just
second
dead.
ago.
Don't worry, I will revive
It
her.
didn't work?
Oh, he's not showing up on the stream, but he shows up on the...
It just didn't work.
This
It's
is
a
weird.
DC of 10. Turtles.
I was pretty bruised in
Okay,
battle,
there he
Kane.
is.
My spirit cannot go on.
Yeah, we'll say you're over here. Okay. So you hold this symbol and you ask this question, Rolland, and Jorma, somewhere in this void that you don't exist within, a voice calls to you, echoing throughout this place. And you, even if you wanted to accept this proposal, you are unable to locate the source of this voice that is calling to you.
Yeah, use your portent roll.
Is that possible?
want me to
Can
give
he
him a
do
roll?
that?
You want me to
It's
give
an
him-
any
yeah, this-
D20
no,
roll.
This is like, I don't think that's how that works. I'm pretty sure
Oh.
there's actually specific ones. But also, I'm out of portents, and also it would have been like a 6 if I gave him a portent roll. So yeah.
Better than
This is
5.
bullshit. How can it be a 50-50 coin flip? What is this bullshit?
It's actually gets harder as you fail. Technically, you could try again, but the DC will be 12, and you'd need another spell slot. but it's also been long. How much time needs to pass before Revivify? Is it only a minute?
A minute, yeah.
Yeah.
But this isn't
definitely-
Revivify, yeah.
Definitely a minute has passed, so you would only be raised dead. That you could do here. And a minute has passed for Vopa at this point as well, so.
Well,
What about
guys,
for
we're gonna
Alex?
get to
I go over
Vopa.
and I like, Vopa, I can't believe I forgot. Oh my god.
No, David, you tried to save him. You used a 5th level spell. Roland's a hero, remember? Oh no, sorry,
Yeah.
Kev's a hero. Roland was like, Kev,
Kev,
you
you
must
go
save
to
Vopa, and
mold
Kev's
Vopa.
like 5th level counterspell to save Vopa, and then then Roland's like, oh wait, I thought Maladar. What's the guy's name? The villain's name? Meladar.
Maladar?
Yeah.
Mulka?
Mulka. Oh shit!
yeah.
I thought Mulka was shooting something at Alex. Whoops.
So
Yeah,
you're holding this you're holding his necklace, his holy symbol, and this necrotic energy, pure necrotic, so it's not evil, is coursing through your arm that is holding the pendant, and it's funneling into the stone, or the bone necklace, which was given by Joron, and the spell ends, but everyone nearby would have seen this flash of bright light come from the two of them on the ground together, covered in blood. And then the light fades, and there's no effect, seemingly, on Jorma. He is well and truly gone.
Damn.
I take I'll take the necklace and I'll just like take it off, almost like taking off dog tags.
Nice. Brother.
And I look up at Brelikk, who's not here. And I say to him,
This party's getting
I hope
smaller
you're-
and smaller.
do you feel like you helped Jorma?
God, where's Matt, man?
You would say, Zug Zug.
Okay, we'll say that he would, he he hears your question,
Yeah.
and he's unable to give a response. He kind of like seems like he's gonna say something, but then he
Brelikk in his mind. All right, so this is one of those bad writing moments. We see into Brelick's mind and we see his literal thoughts. Brelikk thinks, perhaps I was wrong the entire time. Jorma wasn't evil. Maybe Misk isn't evil either. I should rethink the past or something.
No, that he wouldn't think that.
No,
just
he's like,
undoes all of these.
Maybe Misk was just a bad.
Dar.
Maybe Misk was just a bad influence on
Shut
Jorma.
the fuck up, Mike. Is that a fucking Hearthstone thing? Will it work?
ready to work?
Anyways, I will walk over, and I'll look at Jorma's dead body. I suppose in the end, he really did need our help, but he did come around to appreciate it. An unfortunate end for someone so honorable. But this world does not respect honor. Best remember that for the future, right, Brelikk? I look over at Brelikk, and he's still in shock. And then I'll move over to Mulka's body, and I'll look over at Mulka's soul. Your soul is ours now, Mulka, and so are your secrets. And I will go and take Mulka's shit from his dead body.
Yes, you do so.
Your soul is mine.
Roll investigation, por favor.
That is so fucking funny.
Dang, man, if it did take so long for it to pass, I could have removed.
Wait, Lucky. I'll Lucky this.
Lucky, reroll.
Dude, Lucky is so shit. I never did. I Dave, never.
Never lucky, bro. Never lucky.
Dude, what the fuck is this shit? I've never rolled
Someone call
down lucky.
Kriparian.
Dude, what the fuck is lucky? Lucky
Jerry
is
Crawford, get your ass in here.
Dude, lucky is my version of like Will tilting in solo queue. Will's like, why are my teammates always bad? For me, why the fuck are my lucky rolls always bad? The whole point is for me to not get bad rolls, but I get a bad roll. Yo, hello, D&D fucking server. Yo, Foundry, please, come on, man. We gotta fix something. The quantum roll, no, this is some bullshit, man. I took a feat for this.
Never lucky. It would seem as though, as you attempt to will a favorable outcome, Khanek, none seems to arise as you search through Mulka's person. However, there does appear to be, as you thumb through his very large robe, within one of the sleeves, there is a letter, or a folded sheet of paper, to which you unfold in the bloody rain, and it is a letter. Also, crumble, crumble, crumble. This thing is really coming down, and as the ground shakes another time, you are reminded of this weatherstone meters within you all, and it appears to be what is causing this storm. Khanek, you recall, well, everyone who is in Bedlam would recall that these things react to magic differently. Like, the elemental magics.
Raw.
Chill touch.
Is there anything you would like? No, that's necrotic.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I foresaw that. Hey, does
the
anyone
storm
have
gets
a...
worse.
Well, it's rainy, and what counters water? Fire. Firebolt.
You're gonna firebolt it?
Yeah, I'll turn this land into a desert. It's already fucking dead, so who cares?
True.
The Utale Nation.
So the fire hits it, and it's almost as if as it connects, there's this red sheen that disperses along the weatherstone, and the pillar of necrotic energy funneling into the sky does not seem to react to this element.
I have an idea. Rolland, your radiant magic. We need something to counter necrotic. Hit that with your strongest smite from Aewa.
Can I make like an
Destroy the
intelligence
stone
check?
that plagues the land.
He shouts over the crashing thunder. Destroy it! No.
I hope with this, the death of a necromancer, that we've made a positive change here. I'll walk up, and I'll try and divine smite this whole thing.
And if you say anything like for Aewa or like any cool shit.
Aewa, charge my blade, and I walk up, and then I just fucking smash it.
Okay. Yeah, make an attack roll.
Sure.
It's got a pretty low AC.
Would you describe this object as paralyzed?
Yeah.
Oh, so I would have an auto crit then.
Auto crit. Well, technically, regular objects have
I don't wanna miss
AC,
this.
but yeah, you swing and roll for damage, I guess is what I want to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I'll be using the Serpent's Fang, of course.
Oh, of course.
Wait, where did my token go? Oh, you moved? Did you move me up?
I moved you to Jorma over here.
Oh, to Jorma. Oh, I was at the wrong Goliath.
Yeah,
My
that's
bad.
a wrong deck.
We're all dead Goliath, am I right?
Holy
Oh,
nature.
Jesus.
Uh,
Oh, that's not Jorma. Whoopsies. He just tried to raise a random fucking Utali survivor.
well, it's a crit anyways.
Okay.
Slash roll, and a divine smite will pump a level 1, 2d. If it's necrotic, it'll do an extra d8. Slash
Critically hits
roll 1d8. But then that'll double, so slash roll 3d8. All right.
Yeah.
Oh well, he's the closest one there, so.
So, Rolland, Khanek beckons this order over the crashing thunder.
Khanek must be nearby, right? Could you
Yeah.
pull him up to the altar with me?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No, I firebolted it.
No,
so I'm
no,
not
no,
nearby.
no,
Well, he's
No,
right
no,
over.
No. Get
I
up
was
here,
next to
Jack.
Mulcahy, looting Mulcahy, and then I
Okay,
firebolted
yeah,
the thing.
yeah. Then you'd have to
Yeah.
be here. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So
Positioning cannon. It's all about the positioning.
Uh-huh.
you do you two-hand your single sword, or you one-hand it? How do you do this?
Two-handed. Oh, clear.
Two-hand. You run up to this corrupted stone, stepping into the ritual circle, and you raise your sword over your head, and you slash into the stone, the magic of your blade cutting into it like butter, and it causes, and it gets like lodged, and then the stone begins to crack out from where you struck. And the red energy begins to flood out of this pillar. And Khanek, you watch him do this, and you see the red beam flicker. Rolland, your intuition is that this thing is going to kaboom if you don't get away from it soon.
I take a couple steps back, and I yell back, "It seems it worked a little too well. Let's evacuate!"
And you dash away from this, getting away as far as you can.
Would any of else would have looted while Khanek was looting?
It's a good question.
Roland was preoccupied, but I figure anyone else who wasn't talking might have been able to.
I would have been too busy sobbing uncontrollably.
Alex doesn't loot, and Brelikk probably is standing around.
Relic would loot. Please.
No, he wouldn't. He's not here.
Alright. Alex would pick up Jorma's body if he could not res him
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
He picks him up.
and bring him down.
That's it. Rolling loots on the way out.
Yeah.
Yep. Hands off the chest.
What do you want to loot?
I run away.
What would you like to loot on the way out, Rolland?
Jorma's brother. I want to look for anything to his
Alright, well,
connection.
that's not his
with
brother,
Mulcahy.
so his brother's all the way down here.
Oh, okay, I'll do.
They all look the same, Harry.
You're gonna
Yeah.
loot
They really-
brother's dead body.
Listen,
Let me put.
potato.
Why don't you just loot Jorma?
Because Alex is grabbing Jorma.
Oh, so we can loot him and his brother.
I mean, I could just grab his body. That's fine. Maybe they want to be buried next to each other. Fight for eternity,
So as you get to the bottom of the top of Mount Ukarana, and you're down by George, this pillar, just the necrotic energy builds and builds and builds until it emits a pretty hefty explosion. Not one that reaches any of you all, so long as you're down at the bottom. But it blows off any body that was not taken with, and launching debris and pieces of the pillar off in varying directions. Off the mountain, on the mountain. Some may be flying just over your head and tumbling down the rest of the sheer cliffs behind you. And once the sound of the explosion dissipates, the red energy left behind by the explosion slowly fades. The column of necrotic energy that was once pillaring into the sky also dissipates. The rumbling of the sky fades, and the crumbling rocks come to a still. There's no more deafening thunder, no more lightning, no more bloody rain stinging your skin as the final drop hits the ground. The swirling storm above has slowed to a stop, and the light of the day begins to break through them. God rays shining down over the mountain, illuminating all the dead that lay atop its peak and the path that leads up to it.
Did Mulka get exploded in our direction?
Let's roll a d4. Well, okay, technically he's on the bottom. Explosion would launch him.
Let's say he landed right in front of me.
I would say he lands. Well, he's flying toward the bottom where you are. But it looks like the momentum is gonna launch him off the cliff after hitting the ground. If you want to try and stop his body from falling completely off the mountain, you can do so. Otherwise...
Wait, you cut out there in the middle for me.
His body is basically gonna hit the ground, and then the momentum's gonna carry him off the edge. If you would like to try and stop him, you can. How would you like to stop him?
Oh my god.
You have his soul.
From where I am, can I gust of wind to stop him?
Can you gust of wind to stop him? Oh.
Oh my god, is this spell gonna become useful?
Ping it for me?
I think it here.
Oh,
Ping
this
it
is
from
the
me.
level 1.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is 5th level.
Level 5 now, but I don't think it matters.
No, everything
No,
gets cast.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right.
Is it Warlock, yeah?
Yeah. You would be able to stop him from being pushed off the edge by setting up this line. Like, you see him flying off, you quickly position yourself at the bottom, since you guys are already there by the time it explodes, and you are able to very quick thinking point your gust of wind against the blast, and he's flying toward you all, but kind of slowly falls to the bottom, being picked up by this wind, and then pushed back up against this wall over here. And he is dead, resting. Grayer than he was before. The metallic hue the metallic silverish hue of his scales is now decaying, much like the dead on the mountain.
Whoops.
Yeah, no.
It made me put a template
Yeah,
down.
it made you put one down, yeah. And so Mulka is now down at the bottom. The sky has broken open into kind of this new day, purifying the top of the mountain. Where's this weather? I think I can control that. Effects, particle, rain. Save. The rain has stopped. The necrotic crystals on the mountain all around you, I'm leaving them, like, on for now, but the light of those crystals fade away. I'm leaving them on so you can see the map still. But the light of those crystals would also fade. And even begin to crumble themselves, just into little shards of necrotic dust.
Alright, at this point, I would then loot the body.
Okay. Bringing Jorma down to Alex. Whoa.
Whoa!
Pretty good, Mike.
Holy
Actually,
shit,
use a
what
lucky
is
on
wrong?
him. Maybe
Pretty
lucky is only
important.
meant to be used on other people, Jack.
Suck my dick. You
Important
fuck.
roll.
You think I'm gonna save Lucky for you? Every time you're like, oh Jack, no, Lucky. I can't do that, you dumbass. Read how it works, you fuck. You're always like, oh, Jack only saves Lucky for himself. Because I can only save it for myself. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, you like that one, Cannon? Yeah, you like that outburst?
Are you sure?
I can't use it on your rolls. I can use it on enemy rolls against you, but not on your actual
Oh.
rolls.
Oh, I see.
We got some Vader unhinged Jack rants though this session.
You did, yeah. You you're really in the Khanek mindset right now. So I guess I'll say a few things. He kind of tumbles to the ground near you, Kevin. You push him up against the wall, and you notice that there's a glint on his finger. Also, while he was flying, Khanek, could you make me a perception check?
Sure. That spells.
Let's see. The Foundry gods smile favorably upon you.
Surely, I will require the knowledge of much things.
So,
I love much things.
as he's flying to the bottom, and Kev begins looting him, you would have noticed that, like, you're not sure what it was exactly, but something fell out of Mulka's person while he was flying to the bottom.
I go scramble over to whatever I think fell out because I grabbed the thing from his whatever the note he had.
Yes,
But
yeah, you
now
have that note,
we'll
yeah.
find this additional thing that he has.
Yeah. So, you climb this ladder, and then you climb this ladder, and the other ladder is destroyed, as is like basically the entire top level of this map where the Weatherstone is. I'm gonna move Mulka down here. And you see, laying in a puddle of blood from the rain, a black book.
A book of high necromancy. I shall take
The
it.
Necronomicon.
It looks, based on what you know, very evil.
And cursed, probably. I take it.
Okay. You pick
Curse
up,
me, God. I dare you.
you pick up the black book. Um,
Job's done.
so you can add Black Book to your inventory. Kev, there's a glint on his finger. Looks like another ring.
I take it off of his finger and I examine it.
Yeah, so
Give it a good look.
it has like a jade. Oh, jade's. It's jade, the right stone. Hang on.
Green one.
Jades are green, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. They're not super clear though.
Yeah.
They're formed due to pressures between tectonic plates where water is present.
I'm doing some quick maths in my head right now. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, you find a green stone ring, jade. And it's kind of got a gold band. You take it, so you can add gold ring with green stone to your inventory.
Okay. Can I see if it's magical?
Yeah, you want to check that now? You can make an Arcana check to see if it's magical.
Pretty base at these. Oh, now I roll good.
Yeah, you definitely think it's magical. You wear a magical ring all day, so you got pretty good intuition for this stuff.
Seeing that it's magical, I'll slap that baby on.
Okay.
That's a cute ring.
So you put it on, and you feel nimble.
Very cool.
Unshackled, as it were.
Oh,
Do
do I have chains?
No.
Can I steal people's ultimates?
No.
No.
Well, then in what sense is he unshackled?
He is able to move very easily, even more so than before.
Mike, you are slightly less shackled.
Nice.
And Khanek. Well. Oh, you're right.
I've already created my.
I'll go to Rolland first. Rolland, you're looting George.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, my mic was unplugged.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, obviously, I'll take whatever he has, but you know, I guess I'm specifically looking
I'll
for
take
his
all the shit.
connection, any connections or like stuff from Forlorn, I guess. You know.
Yeah.
I got a 15 earlier, but I can re-roll it if you want me to.
Oh no, you're good. You would see his blades still laying atop the rock which he was slain. They have these orange, like topaz gems in the guard, leather-bound handles, and they're two large bastard swords. So they're much larger than the swords you're wielding. But
Yeah,
Well, we got a lot of dual
but
wielders
he
in every
was
campaign.
able to do it.
yeah, and they both look more or less the same, mechanically speaking, but stylistically there's slight differences, you know. Your mic's not picking anything up.
Thankfully, they happen to have the light property.
What do you mean?
Keck W, Cameron. Keck W, Keck W, get kecked.
Clearly, these dual-wield bastard swords.
No,
are meant to
no, they don't. That's not what I'm hearing. No.
Why do you want the light property on these things?
It allows you to hold them one-handed.
Oh, light. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
you
what
don't
you
need
mean.
to have the
Not
light
magic
property.
light,
It's,
yeah.
if you have the feet, as long as they're not two-handed weapons, you're good.
Oh yeah, you're right.
If you have the feet, they just can't be two-handed.
Yeah, you're right. Or heavy.
Yeah, they don't need the light property. As long as they don't have the two-handed property, you're good. If you have the feet.
Light is just a matter of if you can throw it, isn't it? Or is that finesse?
No, that's
Thrown.
thrown.
Light is so light is you can use you can dual wield it without the feet. So
Yeah,
but Cannon has the feet, so it doesn't matter.
I'll take the swords off him, but I'll still continue carrying George with us until we can get
a
a
lot
point
of
where we
dual
can talk
wielders in
about
all the
it.
campaigns we're playing though.
Yeah.
If that's all right, Harry.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. So is that everything? Because I have a thing.
Everything on him looks pretty like nondescript in terms of like magical nature. If you want to roll an Arcana to see if you can sense any other magical items on him, you can. But like he's just coated in this bloody fur armor.
Do the swords look like Utale construction or no?
Yes.
Or is it more? Oh, they do. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's not crude. It's actually much nicer than you thought they would be. You probably wouldn't instinctively think that they are.
Right.
But
it's very the peak of craftsmanship for the Utali people.
Yes. As you stand over him with this Arcana check, sensing to see if you can find more magical items, your eyes are drawn to his belt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Giant's belt? Woo-wee!
Do you undo his belt and take it off him?
I
a
guess
Giant's
so.
belt will give you plus 350 HP.
I'm pogging currently.
Okay, so you take his belt. It's like a leather, like I said, nondescript leather belt with like a metal buckle, but it feels very magical. So you can add magic leather belt to your inventory.
All right, I do so.
And no, actually, there's no and.
Okay.
I've decided against it. Secondly,
No. If I
Kev.
roll a natural 20 right now, I get it. I get it.
Okay, sure.
Oh shit! Come on. Quick, Jack, use it.
I'm never helping you with my rolls, just out of principle.
Kev.
I love D&D.
Whoa, wait. Who else is here? Brelikk and Alex, and yeah, only Brelikk would loot, but we're just gonna say he doesn't because he's not here. Kev, you want to roll again for Brelikk since he's not here?
Yeah.
Kev died. It's Kevin time.
Like I roll myself.
Yeah, you can roll as Kev, like to make up for Brelikk not being here to loot.
Can I roll persuasion? Can I persuade the body to give
No.
me his stuff? Okay. Natural one.
You throw yourself off the cliff. You
God,
fucking...
suck. GG, Mike.
Wow.
Yowzers.
Yummers.
Ugh.
You were convinced that there's nothing left on this guy, so you stand up and you dust yourself off, look at your fancy new ring, you pocket it, and you turn to look at everyone
Too
else.
busy trying to persuade the body.
Right. Well.
Right. So Alex is carrying Jorma. As you all turn around after you're done looting, Alex looks pretty beat up. Rolland looks pretty beat up. Everyone else looks generally okay, for better or for worse. And
You guys want to
Khanek,
get off the mountain or take a rest?
yeah. What do you guys want to do here?
If we,
Pretty sure the ring is unavailable, so for resting.
Well, there's no more blood rain, so I feel like resting around would be fine.
Yeah.
all right. Yeah. Plus,
Yeah.
I can give us an extra D8 of healing.
Okay.
Long of rest.
Yeah, you all, amidst the puddles of blood and cracked ground, an unstable, it's stable now, formerly unstable earth and corpses of Utale, find a place to camp. Is it a short rest or a long rest that you're doing? Would you say?
Just short until we get back to camp, right, guys?
Okay.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Sure.
So you all find a place to just kind of sit down and catch your breath after this very high stakes situation and losing a fellow party member. A lot to take in,
Wow.
for sure. The death of a nation, symbolically speaking.
You guys use hit dice, you'll heal for an extra.
What is
sorry.
1d16.
No, an extra 2.
2. Nice. That's max cap. Wait, you maxed it.
Maybe Kev just gets max, alright?
Maybe
Oh
Wait,
no,
what did
that's
they
just the equation, Harry.
Oh, it is. Oh, I see.
Did I fuck it?
Take it easy.
Is it 2 per die or just 2 total?
What do you mean? Oh, 2 per die.
See, man. 2 per die.
Yeah.
No, just 2 total.
Oh,
What?
okay, that's fucking
No way.
balls. That's so
Really?
bad.
This is a level 2 feature.
Interesting.
Very cool.
Feel free to buff it, DM.
No. All right.
Oh, wait. What level are we again?
12.
Oh, just kidding. Just kidding.
You're
Doesn't
in the
count.
wrong campaign for this cannon.
Hold on. It's actually a D8. Silly me. You guys heal for 1 instead.
So it's only 1.
You can do the 2. Jesus Christ. Look at Cannon just giggling in his chair.
Yo, Cannon, where's your background? I feel like you should have selected the correct background for this.
No, I'm in a different location.
Yo, Cannon, you'd be a better background is if you used the Cannon sticker that David made as your background.
Which one is that? Oh,
The
no,
one
I'm
with
not
the
fucking
many
doing
Cannon
that.
faces on
I'm not
vacation.
doing
It's so
that.
good.
That's awful.
So is there any light activity that you guys each want to do during the short rest?
I kind of like lay George down next to Jorma, and I look at
Oh.
you guys and I say, think they'd want to be buried next to each other?
Well, they certainly don't want to be burned. I think burial would be appropriate here.
And you still got 9 days left.
To do what? Oh, to
Your spell.
Oh, that's true. I can keep trying at twice a day.
Nope, he's
The
dead.
DC, the DC will keep getting harder and harder, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but
Every
it's
time
not
you
that
fail,
bad.
yeah. Or succeed.
It's like a 12 right now. We got it.
Harry, how do you feel about that?
What? You trying over and over?
Yeah.
I mean, you could do that. You'll just be carrying a corpse around with you everywhere you go, which might raise some eyebrows.
All right, I throw George in a ditch.
Oh, yeah, George, yeah.
Pick up Jorma. Pick up Jorma.
Well, Alex is carrying Jorma at the moment.
I
Alex
could carry
got it.
both of them if I
High
wanted
five.
Yeah, he could carry
Well,
both.
that's up to Alex.
to. I'll
I
carry
set
both.
George down next to a nice
You'll
looking
carry
rock.
both?
Yeah, I'll carry both.
Okay.
I'll look at my black book in my short rest.
Okay.
I say to Khanek, I say,
You see him
so you
holding
pull that.
Yeah, you see him holding a big bloody black book with a face on the front. Looks like it's screaming.
I saw you pull that off of the necromancer's body.
That would be correct. Mulkah's prized secrets.
I just warn you, tread with caution. Those are. I know you are a man of skepticism, but those are dark magics.
Skeptical, of course. Why would I not be skeptical of dark magics? You know, I am quite aware of the darkness.
Khanek, you're a very interesting character, but those spells, they steal your humanity. There's a cost to pay.
I have no interest casting spells of necromancers. I only want to study. What do you take me for? Some wannabe resurrectionist?
Well,
And Khanek, you look down to your book, and it is filled with all kinds of necrotic research, and
That would make Shay Mullins come.
yeah. A lot of necrotic research, a lot of rituals, a lot of spells. This is basically what you could consider his spell book. And from what you can gather, just flipping through, stained blood on many of the pages as you turn through them. And if you want to make a history... Well, no, that's... Yeah, I guess it could be a history check. Yeah, you're not entirely sure what much of it means, but...
I'm looking at offensive spells that we might potentially run against. I'm not so much interested in learning necrotic spells for usage, but kind of what they might have plans to use against us.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not some budget Shay Mullins. I'm way more psychotic.
Budget Shay Mullins.
You hear that, John?
You continue reading. Rolland has laid George down next to Alex. Alex has picked him up. Kev, what are you up to?
After they finish talking, I would go up to them and say, speak of soul, I want to talk to him.
I hate you, Mike.
Let's do this now.
It is good that you took his soul, Kev. This necromancy type. It seemed he was quite confident in reviving in his fortress. But now, now he's
You think?
ours. Oh, I don't just think. I foresaw the possibility that he would elude us. But now we have eliminated him as a threat.
Khanek, what are you?
Why? What do you mean, Kev?
Like under the mask. What kind of person are you?
Just a normal human. I suppose no one cared until I put on the mask.
I hate you.
He's just a normal
Okay.
human, guys.
Well,
You want me to take it off and show you? It would be extremely
no,
painful.
not really.
For me, at least.
For me too.
I'm sure it would. I'm not a sight for eyes. Not after... not after all I've learned.
Okay. Well,
But that is in which we sacrifice for knowledge.
He
Holy
sacrificed
shit.
his body for his mind.
okay. Well, if you got any questions, let me know.
Yeah, how long does Soul Cage last again? 7 days?
Let me look it up.
Yeah, Harry, if you want to use the black book as like a plot device for if we encounter future stuff we might not understand, and you'd be like, oh, you read about blah, 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 we can do that if you need. If that's what you want. Just saying. But yeah.
It's more of a mechanical thing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just whatever you needed.
Yeah. And
So it's only up to 8 hours.
Oh, okay. So you would need to ask them.
Yeah.
Sometime.
Relatively
soon.
quickly.
Maybe before you.
Wait, what
long
happens
rest.
to the soul after 8 hours, Mike? Does it vanquish or does it escape?
Let's see. It just says it's released.
Oh, fuck. All right, we need to find a way to destroy his soul then, right now.
Would Kev know that it lasts only 8 hours, Mike?
I think the little piece of paper that Jeannie gave me would say that.
Yeah. In
Wait,
in
I got an
big
idea,
letters, yeah.
What if you put the soul in the... So you have its soul cage, but then what if you transport the soul into your ring, and then he's stuck in the ring forever?
I think I asked Jeannie that at some point, but I think he said something along the lines of, no.
Your genie sucks.
He didn't want the company, I think.
What is your genie suck ass? God.
So Kev's pondering his soul cage. Khanek, as you sit there with your black book, you look at the bloodied pages, attempting to make sense of it, and you feel unable to for the time being. You recall the note that you also picked up.
And I open the note that I'm recalling currently.
Okay. I should say this letter was in a envelope, and the envelope had the you remember from your time in Gale, it had the seal of Gale on it.
Ooh, spicy. Seal of Gale.
Alright. You begin to read the message to yourself. So we'll say that you hear this. Everyone else will hear it out of character, but if you want to relay the information afterward, you can. Hi, Necromancer Mulka. Our plans for the siege of Safeguard move forward. Lord Akko of Gale has rejoined the fold in the wake of Saeoth's return. With our influence and heritage having taken seed, and your progress in the Utale nation, there will be soon no one left to stand against us. Balakazar the Pale has made camp with the usurpers of heritage. When Maladar has fallen, Doramar has agreed to march his people south on Safeguard.
Oh fuck! We have to help Maladar? Oh fuck!
Lord Akko.
I hate you, Matt. Come to the fucking session.
Where the fuck is Matt? Also, Rolland, how are you going to fix this?
Lord Akko has provided you with transportation. Oh my god. That's in character. Assemble your horde and send it across the strait.
Sky ship.
The usurpers await your reinforcements with great anticipation. General Osgoth. Damn, it would really help if Brelikk was there for that last part.
Wait, alright, so this is a note that
Did he
was
say he
sent
wasn't
to
coming today? I'm
Mulka,
just curious.
Yeah, it's addressed to Mulka, and I'll
but
show
it's
it to the
asking
players.
for a guy named General Ozka.
It's from a guy named General Osgoth.
Oh, okay. God, I love that you named them like fucking Darken, where they all have or Void Creatures, where they all have the apostrophe. It's just like
Did he say Maladar had fallen? Did I
No,
get that right?
so he's saying once Maladar falls, then we'll have whatever the other guy, Uldar or
Oh,
some
so
shit,
once he
take
falls.
over
Okay.
and march upon Safeguard. But the problem is we were told to help take down Maladar, so now this is a fucked situation.
Yeah.
Where are you, Matt? Where's the main character? Oh god.
I'm just curious. Is he like? Is he coming tonight at all? Maybe,
I
or
could
is he?
call
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh, he's
Where?
he's no call, no show.
Yeah, he might
Okay.
just be asleep. We need him.
Matt.
He's the protagonist. How can we win the game if there's no protagonist?
This will be in the VOD. I always forget that.
Matt.
How can you play D&D without a protagonist? It doesn't work.
I swear I've gotten Matt's phone number before. He's just not in my fucking contacts for some reason.
Okay.
I
called
need
him,
a
he didn't pick
hero.
up.
Come and
But I'll
save
ping him
me.
in Discord and man. So, I mean, with this information, obviously you would want to formulate
God, I need to know what Brelikk thinks of this. It's so fucked.
I think he could Oh, Matt Welsh sent you a chat. Is it Welshy time? Oh, D&D time, I can't. I have a going away party tonight.
That son of a bitch.
No! Fuck!
Ask him.
Fuck!
Tell him.
Let me
Just
do you
send
want
him
me
a note and say,
Hold
what would
on, hold on,
Brelikk
hold
do?
on.
Say,
No.
how would he respond? I need to know what Brelikk would like think about
you
this.
would
Like,
convey
other-
this to Brelikk in character?
I'd be like, what the fuck does this mean, and how bad is this for us, basically?
I think Brelikk would not be able to, like, he might have an inkling of a decision in his mind, but he wouldn't, like, when you present him with this, it would obviously be a tough choice. Like, it seems like a tough choice for him. And he believes that it doesn't necessarily change your current course if it's still heritage.
Correct,
You
but
still
now we
need
will
to
have
get
to
there.
help Maladar, which
Yeah.
is fucked.
You're not exactly sure where Brelick's allegiance lies in this current moment, but you know that he would still want to return home, especially after you conveyed this
He
information
would.
to him. And at the end of the letter, Khanek, you see Lord Akko has provided us with transportation. And, you know, you find that odd because you don't see anything immediately.
Maybe they have invisible airships now.
Roll do you convey this to the rest of the party, including Brelikk?
Yeah, of course. I say everything. I honestly just show them the note. I'm
Everyone
like, okay.
there, Alex, Kev, Rolland, Khanek.
I can't read.
Also,
right.
Roland is probably
Well, he
like
reads it
freaking out.
too.
He's like, "Oh wait,
No, I'm
you're
just
about to speak safeguard? No, no."
Well, he reads it to you.
Damn it,
Roland's like,
Lord
Everyone
Akko.
can make perception checks.
Oh god, we're gonna see fucking
We look
airships
up.
flying over.
We look
We're gonna
up.
see a B-22 bomber fly over now. Oh god. All right. Oh, that's an image of my character. There it is. You guys look overhead and you see a B-22 bomber flying over under the radar.
Yeah. So
He just drops a nuke onto fucking a safeguard.
Khanek and
The necro nuke.
Nimbus nuke.
The Necro Nimbus nuke. The triple N bomb.
Oh no.
Ooh-wee,
Okay.
ooh-wee, ooh-wee,
I'm about
ooh-wee.
to do an epic gamer move.
The Necro Nimbus nuke.
So the Khanek and Kev both immediately look up to the sky. You know, maybe there was some airship hidden within the clouds of the storm and you didn't see them before. Oh, you rolled twice, Khanek? Oh, that's a yeah, we'll just say that's the case. Yeah. Kev and Khanek both look up. Rolland has a dog. Oh, Rolland, you look off the cliff.
I can only see this going poorly.
You look down where you came from and toward the coast, which this mountain, it almost lines up with the coast. There's like a little bit of shoreline down below, and down there you see some very strange vessels. They don't look like boats, but they look like something, and they're totally empty. It looks like they're at the bottom of a path that isn't the one you came from. You only you actually it looks like it was traveled by like it's how Mulka maybe got up to the mountain in the first place without anyone seeing him. It's almost like it looks like a secret switchback shelf that kind of goes down the side, and it looks like it's crumbled a lot and been destroyed by the crumbling mountain, but it looks traversable, like hiking wise. You point this out to the others?
Yeah.
Perhaps we can get a better vantage point there or some shit, guys. Maybe.
Do you feel healthy enough to make the trek instead of going back to town?
I'm saying out of character, but we took a short rest, so I feel like our characters would be pretty.
I'm pretty low on spell slots, I'm not gonna lie.
No, but it's just to get a vantage point. We're not fighting anyone, so
You know.
Yeah,
There's no
famous last
random
fucking
encounters in
words,
this
bro.
campaign. Okay, what do you think this is? The eternity of war? No, this is the tragedy of war, baby.
If we
No
get into a
random.
fight, I have no spell slots on aliens.
Maybe we. What time of day is it, Harry?
It is actually late afternoon. The sun is high and well, it's lower in the sky. The god rays. The clouds have dissipated, and now it's basically just the sun on the edge of the horizon.
I see.
What do you do?
I don't want to lose daylight, but if we're doing this, we have to be very cautious.
Sure, guys, let's be very cautious. We're a very stealthy party. So let's do this.
Yeah, the 300-pound, the 1,000-pound warforged, walking
Let's
with two
do
dead
this.
bodies.
Let's do this.
Okay, so Rolland
Yeah, this is like the worst possible fight I have so far.
leads the party down this side path through difficult terrain, boulders and kind of rock slides, not ones that come down toward you, but like you have to slide down like some ramps, some steeper parts of the mountain, and then catch yourself from falling off. You're all able to collectively do this slowly with each other's help, and you would stop a safe distance above these vessels, which seem to have been left behind, almost abandoned from your perception of it. Roll perception, everybody.
I was wrong. Can't see shit from this position, guys.
Khanek's like, where'd the boats go?
Understand.
What do you not understand?
Helicopter.
So yeah, Rolland and Alex both. You look down and, well, say Khanek and Kev, you look down and you don't really have
Where are
any
the
way
U-boats?
to.
Those German U-boats.
You don't have any way to really verify if there's anything down there. In fact, Khanek maybe loses track of what he's looking for a bit. His mind kind of getting away from him. Alex and Rolland, you look down and after scanning the area, you're able to verify that there are no threats, as far as you can tell, down by these boats.
So these vessels,
they look
seem
like they
uninhabited?
were. Yeah, you can see. So there's no top on these things. Jack said German U-boats. They're
Topless?
they look like they are open top. They look like boats from the top down. But with your perception, Rolland, you're able to see that like there's a little bit of lift underneath them. Like almost like they're bobbing up and down, but you realize that they're not in the water.
No boats. These are airships provided by Lord Akko. That flying rat.
I could barely hear what you said. What'd you say?
I said these are not mere boats. These are airships provided by Lord Akko. That flying rat.
I suppose you could have succeeded on your diplomatic mission instead, Roland.
Oh, I'm sure that would have worked out. There was no swaying Lord Akko. I think by the time we had gotten there, he'd made up his mind.
Well, that's true.
I'm sure the historians won't look at that way. Your name might be shamed in all of Safeguard history if it survives.
I don't care about the history books, Khanek. I'm just trying to do what's best for Safeguard.
Well, how noble!
Interesting.
I suppose we must make our way then toward heritage. If it is true, it seems it is too late to stop this assault on Safeguard. Except the one that may come from heritage. Perhaps if we don't fail our diplomacy there, we still have a chance to save your people.
The ships seem unmanned currently. We could get closer if we want to.
That's never been a problem for us in the past. I say sarcastically. /S.
And you all continue getting closer without any issues.
What? Really? No
Yep.
way.
Keeping,
Auger?
well, I mean, you're descending the mountain without any issues. And you're basically at the bottom of the mountain, but as far away from the shoreline as you can be as you reach the bottom of what were the switchbacks. You're down on this coastline, and you see what Rolland was describing before. And Rolland, now that you have a closer visual of it, these ships, these airships, quote unquote, look like they're hovering just off the ground. But they look like boats almost. Just like large, they look magical in nature. It's not like it's hovering, but it's like it doesn't look like it's like technology like Warforged or anything like that. It looks like some kind of magical current that is keeping these things just above the ground.
Oh, all right. But coming from the ships, not from like the ground or something, right?
Yeah, looks like it's coming from the ships. And they look like passenger ships. Like in this letter that that Khanek read aloud to you, you think that these were supposed to be used to transport the Horde over to the mainland of Safeguard and then up to Heritage so that they could be used in the Civil War.
Good thing we came here.
Yeah. Rolland says to himself.
So what? We just fireball these ships and you think this solves the problem? Do you think we can get closer without anyone seeing us, Rolland?
Well, it depends. Can any of us fly an airship?
I can try.
It's a great attitude.
I don't know how, but I'll learn how to do it.
That's Mike.
Gene might now.
Gene might know.
Ask Gene then.
I can't go in the
You
ring.
can't go in the ring. So as you're looking at this these ships and having this discussion, you all kind of you all realize that you haven't really formulated a way to get back to back across the water. And conveniently these ships seem to be an answer.
Guys, I think he wants us to go to the ship.
All right. Well,
Despite
The
the risks
gods
We
have
need-
told.
that might go with it.
something. We need a way home, anyways. Let's try and man these things over across the way. Should be able to stay close to the ground and not crash them, at least. Perhaps you can use that gust spell you were speaking of.
All right, guys, let's get on some ships.
Yeah.
All right, Harry. We try and
All right, Harry, we
cautiously
go in the
move these
water
boats
So
and we get wet.
or ships.
yeah, you are all actually able to fit on just one of them. It looks like there's two, but you're all able to fit on one. And surprisingly, like the ship only dips slightly as you step on, but it like adjusts how much air
Is this like a Star Wars land hoverboard
is
that they
able
used to
to-
get the droid in episode 1?
That's a good
that'll do.
analogy. Yeah. Even as Alex steps on, like you notice that the boat or the ship dips heavily, but it kind of readjusts the amount of wind you can hear is like, you know, really picking up in order to keep weight of this keep this craft hovering, and the weight of your bodies even like push it forward a little bit so that it begins hovering toward the water, and as it makes it out to the water, it's like spraying, you know, water all out to the sides, as it just kind of bobs slowly up and down, hovering just over it. And there looks to be some kind of control mechanism at the front. If anyone wants to try and take a crack at it, you can roll a water vehicles check.
What? How the fuck do I roll that?
Yeah, I'm good, fam.
Just roll. I'm pretty sure it's. Yeah, it's. If you don't have it, it's just a D20. I'm pretty sure. And if you have
There has to be a base
proficiency-
stat associated.
Yeah. It's a tool check for sea vehicles, which is what it is. We'll say as a base, it's a wisdom.
Probably charisma.
Charisma? We'll say at a base, it's a wisdom check. Survival. Well, what is survival? Wisdom? Wisdom. Yeah.
Survival is wisdom, yeah. Alright, I'll take survival. Boom.
It's pretty good. It doesn't look too complicated. It actually looks like it was it's almost as if these ships were kind of meant to fly themselves to some extent, with how intuitive they are, Rolland. As you basically just place your hand on the mechanism and you do what you think you should, which is like lurch it forward, and the ship just kind of lets out like a kind of a higher gust coming out the back, spraying more water, and you just kind of it slowly moves across the strait between the Utali Nation and the mainland of Safeguard, and it's a very smooth ride. Everyone else turns back to look at Mount Ukarana and the Utali Nation. The sun now illuminating a disheveled and destroyed land. Mount Ukarana being essentially all that remains within the Valley of Monuments. It is just scarred by this massive crack going through, branching all upward toward the top of the mountain. Just another scar from the everlasting conflict. And things get we'll say that the sun in the sky begins to set as you cross this strait, Rolland. The the slight sea breeze blowing through your magnificent locks.
Wait, did we only took one of the ships, right?
Yeah.
Did I just light a torch and throw it onto the other? As we
Yeah,
leave?
absolutely, you could.
All right, cool.
Kind of. And it takes a second. Well. Huh. It takes a second. You see the fire burning, and you swear you could see it expand for a moment, and then it doesn't.
Doesn't.
It must be made of that wood.
The wood?
The
Fire-resistant wood?
I forget what I called it. Charwood?
Necronimbus wood.
No. The wood from Gale. That doesn't burn.
The tree.
Doesn't burn.
As we make our way, I would ask the group again. So, you guys got any questions?
He kind of jingles the cage around.
Yeah. Khanek, I know you're bursting at the seams to get a question in.
I think we
It's been
should
a long day.
think carefully.
I agree. This requires more thought and a clear mind.
How long has it been since the fight, Henry?
It's been about 2 hours.
Okay, we got time. Okay.
Yeah.
Harry, these aren't like blimp airships, right?
No. Yeah, it doesn't look
These
like
are
there's
land
anything.
spears.
Doesn't look like there's anything over them.
I'm like, yeah. I was like, I could pop the balloon. Fuck. I don't want to leave this other airship just for them to retrieve again. Yeah, any of you have a suggestion?
Dispel magic the other airship.
Could do that.
See if it works. I make the attempt.
Might
Yeah.
work. Might
That's
work.
badass. If it does work, it's badass.
Do you have access to that?
Yes.
Ritual.
I do not have any third level spells. I would have to use my last fourth level spell for this, boys.
I mean,
Just
theoretically,
saying.
we're gonna go or long rest now.
Yeah, theoretically. Fine, I'll do it. I'll dispel magic at fourth level.
In a video game.
It says I must target first, but I have this, so I'll just remove a fourth level spell slot. There we go. Alright, I'm basically out of spells, boys. That's all.
Okay.
I did not realize this spell was a third level. Holy fuck. That is a lot.
So Khanek channels some arcane what do you call it? Something akin to a
Energy.
counter spell, similarly, but the incantation takes hold of the boat and the ship, and it slowly just thuds onto the shoreline of the Utale Nation as you drift away from it. And you are bound for the mainland.
All right. I'll tell them I can man the ship if they want us rest.
Time to rest.
You get the feeling that it won't take the whole time. Like, you'll probably get there like a fourth of the way into your rest. So, in about 2 hours.
Okay.
With how slow it's moving. So, you all are doing that on the boat for 2 hours. Decide what you're doing. during that time, during their downtime, I'm gonna use the bathroom.
I'll just drive. Yeah.
I'm really trying to think of some questions, but not really the idea guy.
I mean, really, we should ask questions about Forlorn.
Really, we should try to figure out a way to destroy his soul, so when it escapes the soul cage, it doesn't, leave.
What if we just ask him, how do we destroy your
Yeah.
soul?
No, that's not gonna work.
I mean, that
Why
might
not?
be a lot for us to handle if we're gonna deal with like an invasion.
What do you mean it won't work, Jack? What are you talking about? Of course it'll
All right,
work.
try it, then, Mike.
He has to tell the truth, and he has to answer the question.
Does he in
Yeah.
soul cage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, then, all right. We should ask him that then.
So we still might not be able to do it, but we could.
Yeah,
we
but
could
okay,
ask.
no, I agree. Let's ask him that, and let's see him be upset when we ask him that, and he's unable to do anything about it.
With that being gone, and us traveling, realistically,
Don't say it, Will. Don't fucking say it.
well,
We dump Matt.
Don't say the words, Will. I know what you're trying to say.
I'm kind of bummed out right now because I knocked my contact out of my eyes, so I can't really see anything.
Bro.
Go back in.
You don't have
Lol.
backup glasses?
I can't put. I don't want to waste another pair of contacts if I'm just gonna go to bed in like 2 hours. Sure.
You have glasses?
Nah, for my eyes.
Bro.
I can't have glasses. There's some
Oh,
fucking
right.
prescription that works for them.
Harry, we have a question.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Ask away.
yeah, we're
I
Say
saying
it happens on the boat, we'll say.
Sure. I would ask, how do we destroy your soul, bitch?
What are you, Jesse Pinkman?
Could you ping
Bitch.
Soul Cage in chat for me
Bitch.
again?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, but can't do it because I don't have a fucking spell slot. God. I just
give yourself one.
Let me see if I can ping it.
How do we destroy your soul, bitch?
Oh, cool. Oh,
He can't keep getting away with that.
you're all getting Soul Caged.
He can't.
So it's the query soul.
Yeah.
The question.
Spell snatches the soul of humanoid as it dies. Query soul. You ask a soul a question and receive a brief telepathic answer, which you can understand regardless of the language. Okay, ignore that. The prophet. The soul knows only what it knew in life, but it must answer you truthfully and to the best of its ability. The answer is no more than a sentence or two, and might be cryptic. And you ask him, how do we destroy your soul, bitch? And the soul replies,
My soul may only be destroyed fully once its phylactery has been destroyed as well.
Fuck.
Did we ask him where his phylactery
This guy has
is?
Horcruxes like Voldemort. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. I don't know about
He's
that
got
one.
fucking Horcruxes, bruh. Nah.
Okay. Cool.
assuming that his phylactery is back in Forlorn. I don't think it's worth another question. Like, we have a lot of
Why
other
does
stuff
he
to
have
worry about.
Horcruxes like Voldemort? God
Because he's a
damn it.
necromancer and probably
God!
John's parting gift for the campaign.
God! Why? Fucking necromancers!
Are there any
God.
like locations that we would maybe want to see?
Oh, like we can scry using his known.
Yeah.
Maybe like who is the weak point in who is the secret agent in fucking what is it called? No,
What do you
what
guys
about Heritage?
want to know about?
We're going to Heritage. We should try to find out who the secret agents in Heritage are.
Right. Go for it.
I think that's a good question. Because we're going to Heritage.
Do you say that in character?
I'll say something in the way you guys can imagine how I would say it in character. Use your imagination.
roll Khanek. Roll insight into this idea of Khaneks. Anyone else can as well.
Sure. Insight.
Harry's about to be like, "This is a bad idea. Don't do that." He won't learn shit.
Kev, from what you know about what Khanek is talking about, these agents, like, just on a surface level, like, you thought that those guys were agents of Bedlam. Like, you don't really know why the Dragonborn would know information regarding that. They could be working together. That's an idea you hadn't thought of before, but you don't know, like, on a surface level, like, why that would be the case.
I mean, they were in Safeguard in the library, so my assumption is they were. Well, we did try asking this before, and they didn't know, but still, always looking.
The robot, yeah.
Yeah, we tried asking the robot before, and he's like, "How would I know?" And we were like, "Fuck, that's true." How would he know?
Okay. I still have I think after this trip I should have 4 hours still on the spell, so we can keep thinking.
And time passes, and eventually your boat kind of hovers out of the water, splashing all behind you back into the strait. And it hovers over the land and remains there for you all to deboard. And Rolland, you stop the ship easily enough. You feel like quite the captain after that. Captain Zorn.
Of course.
We say Captain Zorn heroically, but the history books will only know that name in shame.
Uh-huh.
How are you going to fix this, Rolland?
So on the map, you guys are here. I gotta draw the line that you guys have made through this journey. How are you going to fix this, Rolland? This was a set. Oh, why is that a white line? I guess we could use white line. And so you all are at this shoreline. Whether or not you stay in the ship is up to you. But seems like it's a very welcoming feeling. Weirdly, especially for you, Rolland, after being in this swamp, necrotic, land. You've all returned now to this once more beautiful landscape of the northern lands of Safeguard. and the grass has
Can
never
we
felt so
safeguard
soft.
skyline at all, or no?
Safeguard skyline?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely see the mountain all the way in the distance. It's very, very far, but yeah.
Alright then. Yeah, I mean we touched down. I don't know if I have to. The ships just kind of stay. I don't need to tie them off.
It doesn't necessarily look like it'll stay, but you could tie it off, yeah, if you felt like it was necessary.
I'm sure there's a rope or something to tie it off. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a rope, Rolland?
I have 50
Roland, I
feet
think
of
you're out of
rope,
rope.
but
I think you're out of rope after some.
I would
endeavors
hope.
you've done.
that ships come with rope, Harry.
It didn't.
No, it's a
it was
floating
not
ship.
tied down.
It's a
There
floating
are
ship,
no
yeah.
ropes. All right, I have 50 feet of hempen rope.
It was a vessel meant for transporting undead.
Okay, fair enough.
There was basically nothing on board.
Fair enough.
And you all continue taking your long rest. The light activity of deboarding and just falling back asleep is not anything strenuous enough to break, the continuity of the rest. Kev, you have this soul caged necromancer still. What other questions? Like you said, you have about 4 hours left before this spell wears off.
So I can scry places that he's seen.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps just the capital of Forlorn.
Yeah, that's so vague though. It could literally just be a random street.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe he visited
Dragons, maybe?
Well, I was thinking maybe he visited
Oh.
the guy in Heritage or something.
Yeah. Could be.
But it has to be a place. I don't think it's a name.
Yeah.
Which is
Or it has-
such
it
a
has to be-
bummer.
Because you can scry on people specifically. You can,
Well,
with the scry
the
spell, but I don't know
spell
if you can do it with this, yeah.
specifically says you can name a place the humanoid saw. But we don't really know places.
I mean, we can just say
Is this all in
something he would
character?
know. Yeah. I mean, I'll assume this is in
Yeah,
character,
yeah,
but
yeah. Just for me to
we
know.
can just say show us where they are reviving the dragons, and he would know what that place is. You know what I mean? We don't have to know its exact location.
When you talk about places, we will say that Brelikk mentioned that he mentions once again that he met Mulka before with the previous faithful few. And
Wait, that was Mulka?
that was Mulka.
I thought they met another guy.
No, it's the same
The guy in the cave?
No. Cave.
Oh.
Yeah, in the burial site.
It was
Isn't
in
that
the-
what you're talking
It
about?
was in the burial site, yeah.
Yeah, that was Mulka?
That was Mulka, yeah.
What the
Oh my
fuck?
god.
I didn't even know that. What?
Brelikk would have for sure recognized him. Unfortunately, Matt was not here for most of that.
Any of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I didn't know that.
So Brelikk would
Holy
drop this
shit.
bomb on Khanek out of character apparently, and
What the fuck?
mentioning that he saw him in Cistern in a burial site with dragon skeletons, and he did not tell them why he was there.
Ah.
That could be a start.
Wait, where was this? What country was this again?
It was the Cistern burial site that in the cave that one time you guys took a rest and you met Mil.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was Mulka.
It was
What the
over here is where it was.
I grabbed.
I thought it was a red
Brelick's-
dragonborn.
I grab Brelick's collar and
Oh,
I
what the
say, "You mean to tell me you've known where they were reviving the dragons this entire time?"
Where's Matt? Bro, I feel we can't do this session on Matt, man. He's so necessary.
He's the
We could have
main
deployed
character.
forces. We
This
could
is
have
such
taken,
good role play.
We could have sent diplomats to Cistern, Brelikk. God damn it, Brelikk!
Okay.
Alright.
Brelikk would
Oh,
probably
my
have not
bad.
thought it was important. But yeah, this news.
I love role playing, Matt. I love
Like-
role playing without Matt here.
Like, you guys wouldn't necessarily. I mean, from Brelick's perspective, it was hard to know that it was important until after this moment, you know?
Rolland is upset and doesn't care.
Yeah. But yeah, he mentions this. Aside from that, out of the options that have been said, yeah, the capital and Forlorn, where the dragons are being revived,
Sure. I'll ask him,
Oh my god.
where are the dragons being revived?
Where are
Specifically.
the dragons
No,
going?
well, we'll do this. We'll do the scry. Oh well, actually, the answer might be better because it could be multiple places or something.
The remains of these dragons have been uncovered and returned to Forlorn within
Fuck!
the Brimstone
Oh,
Keep.
it's too late.
The
Can we have them
skeleton
show
of
us the
Saeoth
Brimstone Keep that their
resides.
fucking double-headed emperor lives? Can we scry into the double-headed emperor? That I want
Guys,
to
wait,
see.
wait,
Do
wait.
it.
Hold on. Wait, no. We should save our question till before the spell is about to run out, because then his soul stays away from Forlorn for as long as possible.
Well, it's not gonna matter. I mean, fucking.
What do
He's
you
gonna be there
mean?
anyway.
What do you? No.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's gonna be there.
No,
anyway.
we could
We still
mount
have
an
a
attack
whole-
within a week. We could do so much.
What do you mean? Oh, it's 8 hours.
Oh, it's 8 hours.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's
Yeah.
canon. It's yeah.
I thought it was
doesn't
a
matter.
week.
No.
That's why I'm trying to get these out. I'm trying
Yeah.
to get these.
Let's
Yeah, let's,
scry into the fortress. I want to see their twin-headed
Yeah.
dragon.
Yeah, I'll scry in the keep.
Yeah, let's
Um,
try into the fucking king's room in the keep.
There
I
is a
wanna-
thing. It like places like a sensor or something, and they can like see it if they have like
Okay.
some vision.
Yeah. So just to reiterate the last answer so that information doesn't get lost, the remains of dragons have been uncovered in various places, it sounds like, throughout Rapture, and returned to Forlorn.
Yep.
The skeleton of Saeoth, he stated, is almost complete.
Oh no, I don't like Saeoth.
And as you scry into the Brimstone Keep, as he put it,
Let's flash up this picture. Oh, let's fucking go.
well, there's a
Wait
picture,
up.
not of the room, but
No!
Keep.
No! I wanted to see the Dragon Lord. God damn it.
oh, well, no, I said not the room, dude.
Oh!
Oh! Let's fucking go! I'm fucking ready.
Oh god.
What you say, Cannon?
So what was the wording of your question exactly, Mike? Do you remember?
Oh no, he's gonna play genie on us.
No.
For the well, the first question I asked was
Yeah, because it's two questions.
where are the dragons being revived?
Yes, yeah.
And then
you
but
want to
then
just
for the
scry the throne room.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
or the keep, whatever.
Yeah.
Inside of the keep.
Yeah. So, why is nothing loading? Oh, there we go. You see into, we'll say, like, you're really high up from in terms of perspective, right? This little eyeball forms, and you can definitely tell the ceilings are very high in this place because of the perspective that you hold. You stare down through, like, the shadowed corridors and rafters of this very tall keep, looking down to the room below you. And you would see, first, a very large mound in the center of the room. Like a stone meshed with dirt, with these large draconic bones laid out across them, seemingly in by their bone type. Like, they're not assembling a skeleton, but they're organizing the bones
Just the remains.
themselves. Yeah. And of course, past this, as you look further up, you know, your gaze lingers toward the throne of the room. And this room, in general, seems very empty, except for one dragonborn in particular. Though he wears red robes. You are not exactly sure if this is the emperor which you seek. With red almost tail dreadlocks coming out of the back of his head, a small scaly mustache, and beady orange eyes as he organizes these bones along the I'll call it an altar, because that's essentially what the vibe you get from it, Kev. And as you look past the empty throne, you look up to the wall behind the throne, and there is a massive mural of what looks to be a two-headed creature of serpentine nature. And
oh god,
this is the mural that you see.
Oh god.
Oh, this snake fucks, dude.
God, it's terrifying. Oh
It's got
my god.
4 arms.
He's so big.
Looks like the snake guy that he's in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, it looks like Mike's snake deck.
The throne in the mural matches that of the one in the room. Everything about this painting resembles the room which it which it sits within. It looks as if this was painted in honor of the Emperor to honor his dominance over
Naga, the Dragon King.
right these you recall his name to be Emperor Ketal, and this twin-headed serpent creature is unlike any dragonborn you have ever seen.
It's not even a dragonborn. He's just evil.
Something about this creature, Kev, I mean, you don't know much about dragonborn, but something about this creature feels otherworldly, like you can't believe it's real. And then the scry fades, and you're back in the camp.
I would relay all of that, obviously.
Yeah.
A twin-headed serpent. Or it is as the Dragonborn have described. But a literal serpent. That sounds unlike Dragonborn we have seen.
Perhaps it's an evolution of sorts.
What if he's a false Dragonborn, linked to the new gods that we encountered in that cave in Bedlam?
I don't know.
It disgusts
I
me. This abomination is not cast in the name of God.
Thank you, Kev.
Rolland, in your estimation, what Kev relays to you in terms of description completely validates everything you've ever heard about this emperor, though you've never actually seen him yourself.
All right, interesting.
How many more you got, Mike?
I think that's
Theoretically, we have 3 more actions.
3 more acts. Oh my god, I thought it was only 3. Jesus.
Yeah, I thought
We have 6 total.
6 total. Oh my god. All right. Should we just keep banging them out, guys?
Yeah, let's bang him. Let's bang him out.
Bang him.
Once this rest is over, you run out of the time of the spell. So
Sure.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Fucking Molta's gonna be back with a vengeance now. Holy shit.
Did I notice at all if he saw the scry guy?
Who, Mukwa?
No, the guy that I was scrying on. Did he
Oh.
take notice of my magic?
Do you want... This isn't... Could you roll a stealth for this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we'll just leave it up to a roll.
But as long as he has see invisibility or true sight, he should be able to see it.
Is that the only way? Or...
That's just what it says in the spell.
Yeah, it's the only way here.
okay.
I think
No, he wouldn't. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me double check. Yeah. Eyes of the Dead.
It's all the way at the bottom.
A translucent image of the tormented humanoid whose soul you caged. Holy shit. Yeah, you do. It does not see it.
Cool.
You see that he looks right up at it, but then he looks back down to the bones.
Okay. Other questions?
How many licks does it take to get to the center? Let's see.
The world
I'll
may
take it
never
on.
know.
Got any ideas?
Alex, what do you got?
Perhaps we should ask him um, how long it would take him to return, like his form after we release his soul.
Sure.
Yep.
That could be depressing though. What if he says 5 minutes?
At least we know, you know.
It's true.
Maybe
Yeah, I'll
tell
ask
us,
him that.
and then the next question could be tell us everything he knows about the siege on Safeguard.
Okay. So how long does it take for you to, for your soul to get back to your body?
Like reincarnate, yeah.
Um. Two sentences. 2 days. That's all he says. No. You guys, he would say.
We do not desecrate dragonborn flesh with undeath. My body will be,
Or shit.
my soul will take refuge in the vessel of another and be reborn.
Wait, he's gonna be reborn?
A matter.
no. He's gonna take over Katsu.
The process can take a number of days. It varies depending on the soul.
Okay, so at least a couple days.
Sure. And then, what do you know about the invasion of Safeguard?
No, tell us everything, you know?
That has to be a question.
Oh, right. And he has to answer to the best of his ability, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be
Like, just ask him, what is everything you know
Oh, yeah.
about the invasion on Safeguard?
Sure.
So I just asked.
Yeah,
He still only has 2 sentences, so
Yeah.
Oh. I hope he likes run-on sentences.
we don't, Canon. We don't.
No!
Heritage and the usurpers Dormar. They will attack from the north. The Otale were to attack from the east. And the hordes of Forlorn from the west. A war on 3 fronts. But it would seem the eastern front will fail. The north will not.
Okay. We could ask him one more, or I could just use it for a little something.
What's a little something? The scry?
Yeah. I could maybe ask him to, like, I don't know, how specific are you gonna make it, Henry? Like, do I have to know like a specific place, or can I say like, I want to see the last place you talked to the heritage guy?
Doramar, yeah. You would have to know the location.
Okay.
But
Hey, Brelikk.
we will say, to circumnavigate this Brelikk problem, we will say that as you begin to try focusing one last, or as you try to impose one final question or scry on the soul of Mulka, you feel resistance coming from the soul itself, an unwillingness to cooperate any longer, and you it begins to, in a sense, push you out of its essence, like getting out of its head. As I imagine when you're scrying or when you're asking these questions and it's responding to you, you're kind of like, your mind is linked with the soul, right? And you feel this overwhelming power remaining within this soul, despite it being captive within your cage. It forces you out, but as it does, you catch a glimpse of something else that it did not mean to let slip as it did so. A vision. So not a question, not necessarily a location, but a vision you see. A first-person perspective from Mulka within a dark room. At least you think it's a room, until you recognize the walls being that of a cavern, old and forgotten. You take your dragonborn hand and you swipe it across the top of this tomb before you. A sarcophagus, basically. Coffin, sarcophagus, whatever. And you note that he sweeps sand off the top lid. And he begins to push, or you begin, I guess, since it's your perspective, pushing this lid off of the sarcophagus, and it thuds to the floor. And when the dust settles, you look down at what looks like a mummified corpse. But it's not like one you've ever seen. It appears to be in the shape of a dragonborn. And then the vision fades and you're shoved out of the cage, metaphorically. And the soul kind of begins to tremble and grow smaller and smaller and smaller, as if it's warping into itself. And
it warped into slip space.
It dissipates, unseen, or it dissipates, and you're no longer able to see anything in the cage. Do you relay this vision to the rest of the party?
Yeah.
So, to reiterate for everyone, it was a vision of Mulka swiping sand off of the lid of a coffin. He opened the coffin and he looked down, and there was like a there were the mummified remains of another dragonborn.
Huh. You didn't see him, like, we couldn't make out the features of said dragonborn, right?
No. 'Twas a mummy.
I see. Fair.
But
now
whatever,
there's mummies in this campaign.
whatever it looked like, it was
They're always-
it had the shape.
What's next? Vampires?
Jack.
It had the shape of a dragonborn. And that's what you find out from this soul cage extravaganza.
Okay.
Shit. Trying to draw a line right now. And you are all in this camp. After the soul dissipates, you all kind of look at each other, acknowledging that this
We're
is
fucked.
probably not the last you've seen of this creature, this enemy of yours that you have made.
Oh, wait, hold on, Mulka. I wouldn't call us enemies. we just know each other.
And you continue. You kind of keep to yourselves as you finish your rest on the shores of Safeguard. There's no one around. You find a nice space on the side of one of the hills, similar to one of the ones you found. You were on near the unicorns, the Pegasi flock. Though you're much further north than you were before after your travels, and you complete your long rest. Everyone can replenish their character sheets, hit the long rest button, make sure they're at full health, except Jarma.
And level up.
And
Rest.
did I mention anything about leveling up after the last combat?
No, you didn't. No.
Yeah. I think we ended the session too fast, and I forgot to say it. You guys, would have leveled off that
Loggers.
fight with the necromancer. So if you level between this session and last session,
Let's go.
that'll be good. Thank you for reminding me. I did forget.
Oh yeah, I mean I didn't even know.
After all that, it's been like 3 combats. So,
I was like, we're at the end of an arc. It's probably time.
yeah. And you all awake. It is daytime. The sun is rising. The lands of Safeguard are as beautiful as they were when you left them. To reiterate the visual. The lands of Safeguard looking north are very beautiful and similar in some ways to the Utale Nation after you've been there. But much less unscathed. You think about all of the natural beauty which was lost to that necrotic storm. Suddenly the rest of the world and how disgusting it looks makes a lot of sense. What would everyone like to do when they wake up? If anything.
Hey, Canada, it's time to try again, buddy. I got 2 corpses here.
There is that. Wait,
Oh,
what? Do you
yeah,
want him to
long
revive
rest.
George?
Not really, but
No, I'm using both tries on Will.
Yeah. Both tries, okay. Oh shit.
Well, I
of course,
mean,
if you don't succeed,
There's also the question of if Jorma even wants it. We'll see.
I guess just as soon as the rest is done, I prepare Jorma, I lay him out, I grab my holy symbol. I say to Alex, you don't have any of that holy water left, do you?
no, I used it for Matt's fucking Griffin. Is Matt's Griffin still around? He hasn't been here, so we never know if it's there, but...
It is still around, yeah.
Classic. But I shake my head.
The Pegasus, yeah, the Pegasus.
Yeah, the Pegasus, not the Griffin.
So you all awake, and Rolland is up. We'll say, just for narrative's sake. He's up before everyone, and you all see him, hands glowing over Jorma, basically seemingly having not given up on his fallen comrade, which you had not realized necessarily that he hadn't until now. Seems as though he is clinging to the life of Jorma in some regards. For what reason, you're not sure.
Okay. So I just saw this art. I like it a lot.
The safeguard art?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean it's cool.
Safeguard will endure. This great nation will endure.
Hit that long rest button, am I right? Okay. So this spell dissipates right here, or no?
Which spell?
So I'm gonna try doing Raise Dead on Jorma again.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
I say I don't have the holy water, but I'll say a prayer of I'm sure that just Aewa, the Church of Aewa has many different prayers for just various things, and I'll say one that kind of just relates to health, I guess, longevity,
Yes.
well-being.
Yeah.
Before I do it, and then I'll begin casting the Raise Dead spell to see if I can do get him up again.
Yep.
And I'll repeat that same thing, and I'll say to Jorma, find your will to fight, Jorma. And I'll begin casting the spell.
And that for sure gives me advantage, right?
No, in fact, it's harder for you to make the save now.
Are you gripping the amulet again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have advantage, Jorma.
Oh.
You feel a little light illuminate in the void that you find yourself within. Make me a
This would be epic if this failed.
D20 roll. It's DC 12 now.
Advantage. Yes!
Nice.
Hey,
By the skin of his balls.
Jorma lives.
So,
The people
Jorma, you okay? Yeah, you hear
Currently
this.
have a -4 to everything you do.
Yeah,
For how long, Kevin? How long?
A week, I think.
until you
Oh,
finish.
okay.
Oh,
Until-
no.
Every time you finish a long rest, it goes down by 1. So
Holy
it's 4 long rests.
shit.
Yeah.
So
This is-
Jorma, visually, you're in this void. You hear Roland's voice calling to you again, echoing all around you, and a light flicks on, and you're drawn to it. Are you willing?
Yes.
And you drift toward
Gosh.
the light as your eyes open to the world, the living world, once more. And Jorma awakes with like a gasp. And Jorma, you are looking up at Rolland.
Alex would pick Jorma off the ground and give him a robot hug. Big ol' hug.
Okay.
Just out of principle. Alex seeing someone he's close with possibly die.
Some interesting programming.
And Jorma kind of like, begrudgingly is like kind of ragdolling and he kind of like, all right,
Yeah.
all right, like,
Roland,
put me down.
Roland just sits there. He doesn't say anything really.
Yeah. Alex picks Jorma up, gives him a big hug, and when he lets go, Jorma kind of stumbles back. Maybe takes a seat. Kind of stumbles back toward the hill that Rolland is also sitting on, and kind of falls on his butt and resting, feeling very debilitated and weak. You're feeling that -4 to everything.
Wait, what was Jorma's int?
+2.
14.
It was 14?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, so you're still functional. Because I was
Yeah.
gonna say, if your int was 8 and it went down to 4, I don't
Whoa.
think you'd be like a.
My
you'd be like,
strength is 8. No.
It's not
My constitution's 10.
it's not your ability scores that get reduced. It's your ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so he
This
still
ain't
has
a cord, you can't fit.
he still has 8 strength and 14, but all of his checks are gonna be fucked.
Kind of putting my arm bracing myself on this little hill and be like, I guess this is fair. Back to where I started. Feels like.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't burn you, Jorma.
And I appreciate that.
But I didn't expect you to be back. I suppose Aewa does have its perks.
I didn't expect to be back either. Especially Aewa helping me. After our complicated relationship over this period. More importantly, I didn't expect Rolland to resurrect me. Or whatever the state is.
I know that we haven't always seen eye to eye, Jorma, but I have never hated the Utali people. I've never hated you. Just stand by what I think is right.
And I can respect that. I might not agree with everything your people have done, or everything you have done, but I can at least respect a man who stands their ground. But at the end of the day, there is amends that need to be made, and sometimes my stubbornness can get the best of me. Obviously, as I sit here, surrounded by you all, I can truly believe now that, my father's words are very true. Doing things alone is a tall task for one person.
I say, well, regardless, you fought well. I thought you deserved a second chance. We learned some new information about attacks on the people of Heritage and an invasion that's coming to Safeguard soon, on 2 fronts. They were planning to load up undead from this area onto airships and drop them into the heart of Safeguard. Stopped that, thanks to you.
Did you kill him?
Okay.
Yes.
He's a necromancer. Death is not the end for him. We captured his soul thanks to Kev here. He also dabbles in dark arts.
I dabble.
We asked him, and he will only be out of commission for a couple days at most, maybe a week.
So I still have my chance to make him pay.
Yes, although he won't look the same as he used to. The Dragonborn have a morality that they do not desecrate their own bodies with necromancy. He has constructed a new one for himself. Worry.
I hope to have my chance. And if not me, if you find him first, make sure you slay him for me. Make him remember the Utale people.
What? When I was bringing you back, I called to your soul. Something to bring it back from the depths. I asked you if you had anything left to fight for. So I guess my question is, Jorma, what will you do now?
Well, you said they're planning on invasion on 2 fronts into Safeguard now.
Forlorn is, yes.
Well, I guess there'll be no Utale people left if I do nothing. So, how much sway do you still have, Rolland, in Safeguard?
I had a bad feeling before I left about some bad eggs, specifically about the captain of the guard there. I hope he hasn't. I hope.
Well, he is
something
Utale.
terrible.
Perhaps Jorma would know about him.
I hope Forlorn had not gotten their grips on him too. His name was Captain Gonath. Do you know him?
Do I know anything of Gonath? I know I've ran into him, Harry, but I think at the time you said I didn't know anything, but
Yeah, you ran into him briefly in the White Palace. You know, he was once Utale, and he, well, actually, okay, yeah, based on how it was run last time you saw him, we said that you knew him as the captain of the guard here in Safeguard, and based on his appearance, he seemed to be former Utale. However, I will say, with this new skepticism that Rolland is bringing to the table, you would not recall having seen Gonath anywhere before Safeguard. In fact, you remember a different captain of the guard, Captain Mavek.
No, he's a plant. He's a fucking. Oh, he's an undercover agent. No.
You didn't know about Mavic, Jack?
Oh, God.
Jorma was.
Jack not even listening. He's just in schizo mode.
Oh,
When
God.
Jorma first requested aid for the Utale people, he spoke with Captain Mavek, and he was denied. And then he went with Misk to the Festival of Peace. Or then he met Misk and went to the Festival of Peace afterward. Then when you came back, now it's a different captain of the guard. You heard of Mavek's demise, Jorma, and you didn't really think much of it, and then Gonath stepped into power. Nothing about this was really suspicious for you at the time. But Rolland seems to be concerned about it.
Don't remember the name. And if he's a Goliath, I feel like I would know him. Seems questionable that you don't know him, and I don't know him. I would trust your gut on this. Seems you already know the answer, just looking at your eyes.
I didn't hear because of the internet.
Oh, I said, what part did you? I don't know. I'll just say it again. If you don't know him, and then I don't know him, seems a bit questionable, and it seems by the look in your eyes, you know the real answer.
I had no proof before I left. I couldn't act. But somehow he gained the trust of the Seraph.
From my last group I was with, it seemed we had, seems to be a lot of plants, it seems, or spies, the changelings from Bedlam.
Not
I
used
knew
to
one
Forlorn
myself.
being this meticulous.
Well, do you have anyone there you can trust? A friend, perhaps. Someone that could send a message on your behalf that you believe could get there. Put him in, coach. Put him in. Put it the PTSD warrior. Get him in there.
There's
Dude.
Sister Isri, there's
Oh, I guess she works too.
my friend,
She might be a little bit better.
Conrad.
You're able to
wish
send
to
them a
put
message.
her. I don't wish to put her in danger, though. I can contact the Seraph directly, but just question judgment. He seems rather reclined, seated.
Oh, Rolland, hear me out. In my current state, I feel like I will slow you down. But
You are quite
I've-
neutered.
I feel like I could still be of some use.
Emasculated.
Send a message. Get it to the Seraph. Tell him to send me the people of Destiny. Bring them to Baeon. I'll gather up the rest of the Utale, and we'll try our best to make an army as fast as possible. I'll teach them everything I knew, everything I learned from George and Joran and my father. We'll be having them. We'll have them fight as one.
Damn,
It
Jorma
seems-
kind of pissed.
It seems that the Utale and the Vladulkan people are both
Bald.
homeless in a sense.
Yes,
Possibly
well, I was.
this could be the new Utale nation. My father would be rolling in his grave, but desperate times do call for desperate measures.
Okay, I'll contact my people in Safeguard. You recover and make your way there. Said to meet them where?
Baeon.
Back in the Utali Nation.
They said that the main attack was from the east, right? So
Um,
they wanted to come through Baeon, basically.
Baeon's on the west. Or the east, yeah.
Yeah. Moka said that it was gonna be a east, north, and west attack, and the east attack failed in his eyes, because you stopped him and stopped the storms. Now there's no one really to direct any undead, if there are even any left in the Utali Nation.
That the north would fail, which is I'm assuming which is the push into Haven, because they want to kill what's his name, Theramak? What's his name? The guy, the ruler in
Maladar?
Yeah, Maladar. They want to kill Maladar and then push through Heritage, and then they also wanted to send the undead through Baeon, right?
Yeah, it was gonna be 2 attacks. You guys basically stopped the attack on the right, is what Mulka seemed to suggest when you were talking to him in the Soul Cage. He said that the eastern front had failed.
The eastern had failed.
The north would not.
I shake my head to you, Jorma, and I say, like, no, we've already put a stop to their attack here in Baeon. The undead and their soldiers won't be coming through here. The only attack that's left is coming through Heritage. But I persuade you to go to Palisade. Bring your people there.
I would have to go back to get my people there anyways. Potentially, could use Baeon as a safe haven. It is not looked at by Safeguard. Most of the plants probably don't know it exists. I doubt Safeguard still talks about us. It could be a place where trusted allies go.
Home
I could hold it down from
HQ.
there.
I don't know if you heard me in Safeguard, but I encouraged the Vidulkin to rally and fight back for their home. When I get back to Safeguard, I will try and lay seeds so that any who are not in support of Safeguard can make their way to Baeon and help you instead.
You send them my direction, I promise you, Rolland. If my brothers can make a fighter out of me, I can make fighters out of them.
Nice.
Send them my way. Have faith in me. I will get you your army you need. And then I will slay Mulka. Once I am stronger.
Okay. I'll try and keep in contact with you. I can send messages through Aewa to you.
I guess I'll have to start looking into that now, seeing as though I owe her one.
Take the amulet that I pulled off of him, and I hold it out and say, like, you want this back?
Better late than never. I'll grab it. I don't want to slow you down any further. I'll head back that way. If your message gets there, I'll be waiting. We'll build the army.
Right. Jorma. Well, thank you. Glad
Thank
we
you.
could be allies. And I'll extend an arm.
I'll shake his hand. I'll kind of start turning to walk away from the group and walk back towards the way we came, then back towards Baeon. I'll tap Alex on the way, give him a metal tap. I'll give a nod to Brelikk, and
So
I slap Relic and say, go back in timeout.
okay. In
Bad boy, bad.
As you depart, Jorma, you do feel quite weak. And
If you come across any undead, they might just accidentally kill you.
confidently, stride away from Rolland, and as you kind of are passing the edge of the group with Alex, you stumble a bit and you kind of lean into the tap by kind of placing your hand on his metal exterior. the thought enters Alex's mind of whether or not Jorma is fit to travel back alone.
I kind of stumble into Alex, and I'll kind of laugh to myself. Seems my usual exits will not be working this time. Would you mind watching out for me one last time? I tap on the metal exterior of the clink.
Yeah. And what do you think Alex would think about that?
Alex, I don't really know what your motives are.
I'm evil.
Your aspirations. Yeah, he puts on a gun and starts shooting everyone.
But if
Puts
you
on a hat.
if you go to Baeon with if you come with us to Heritage, you're going to find another battlefield. If you go to Baeon, you'll be able to grow new people into better versions of themselves. With Jorma here.
Alex will look at Rolland, and then he'll look down at Jorma.
Weak and disheveled.
He'll look down to Kev on his left. He kind of gives a longing glance towards Kev.
Start kissing.
Okay.
With my non-robot limbs or head.
You going with him?
Alex kind of makes a. He has a little. His shoulders kind of shrug a little bit, and Alex kind of looks at his body all damaged. As there's tears in his metal and puncture holes from arrows.
You get the feeling, Kev, he's almost like looking to you for permission in some ways.
Well, you can't go without your communicator.
Your interpreter.
Alex's shoulders kind of.
The whole party is gone.
Alex's shoulders kind of peek up.
Mm.
You speak for this Warforged?
I can understand him. Man of many words, but or a few words, but he's a good guy.
And Rolland and Khanek, as you watch what's unfolding before you, you take a roll call of, you take a tally of all the people who will remain once these three are gone, and it's just Rolland, Khanek, and Brelikk at this point, and Brelikk is stoically silent. He does not seem to have an opinion on this situation. And you are...
Brelikk, the first time you've lost the faithful. I'm sure it won't be the last.
Time to find a few more faithful few.
Recruit more to the holy cause.
Looks like we'll need a few more. Few more what? Faithful few.
After Khanek says that, Jorma kind of will look back, and
he goes, "Not lost this time.
Maybe we'll even meet former faithful that were from your first party, Brelikk. Perhaps they'll help on this adventure. Those who you once thought were misguided. Maybe they turned out that you were presumptive of their motivation.
Perhaps they'll have a better memory than you, Brelikk, and I slap him again and tell him to sit in timeout.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you slap him on the
Yeah,
ass.
that doesn't
yeah.
happen in character ever, but yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
I slap him on the ass.
He has one of those ball gags in his mouth
constantly
right now.
Right, yeah.
Jeez.
He
I'm
has
a
like a
character.
ball gag in his mouth, and he's like has one of those leather
Yeah,
things, and his arms up in his back, and
barbarian.
his feet are too.
Like that.
Man, if
Yeah.
you're watching the VOD, I hope this is just more motivation for you to show up to a something.
Like that.
So
Barbarian.
Khanek can't just bully you.
Matt's
Like
gonna
that penguin.
come back. Jorma's gonna be gone. Alex is gonna be gone, and Kev's gonna be gone, and Brelik's gonna be like, "What the
Matt-
fuck?"
What the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Did they die in combat?
No,
What
no,
the
he's gonna go. Zug zug.
Like, why does every character leave at the end of every arc?
Why does every character I meet leave?
It's because he's the main character.
Right.
Right.
So it becomes very apparent to Khanek and Rolland that this kind of little traveling party is forming around the voyage back to Safeguard. First Jorma, then Alex, and now Kev. But you believe it stops there.
So be it. We push onward to your homeland, then, really.
I can't wait.
I'm sure we'll recruit many of your kinsmen in heritage.
Brelikk offers a stoic nod.
Brelikk says, "Okie dokie."
Brelikk says, "Sucks."
These are all lines. Warcraft 3.
Holy
Everyone,
shit.
get in here! Everyone, get in here!
Once we get into heritage, that's all will be happening.
Yeah. And so all of your gazes kind of meet one another in understanding. Kev and Rolland and Khanek and Jorma and Rolland and Khanek and Alex kind of watching over them all as he always does. Brelikk offering his silent approval. You all take to the main road off the path which you had made for yourself from the shoreline, and you turn back to look to one another in case there were any final words.
That's alright, Vopa's still there.
No,
Oh, he's dead.
Vopa's dead for sure.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot he died.
And you guys did not recover his body. It got blasted.
Well, it got exploded
Yeah.
during the combat, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. His body landed in Roland's arms, but it was riddled with ice shards. And then the necrotic blast from the top of the mountain, it, if nothing else, would have propelled him off the edge, or somewhere unseen. You did not recover his body. That's all you know. You all turn back to each other. Final words or silent departures?
Silent departure.
Okay. It's like at the end of a Pokemon episode where the main character departs from the episodic character, and there's like a sunset behind. There's not a sunset. There's a sunrise. Aha! A sunrise between the two of them on this road, and silhouettes Jorma, Alex, and Kev make their way south down the northern road back to the main city of Safeguard, and Jorma, and Khanek, Brelikk, and Rolland. The trio that remains of the faithful few continues their way north. you all taking inventory of each other, acknowledging that faith is a fickle thing. And we'll end the session there.
Okay, before I leave the group, I forgot I was going to give all of my gold to.
No, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here.
Magic items?
Take my-
Guys, you have any
take my
swords?
staff.
Yeah, it's like how Misk left us everything. Am I right, guys?
Come on, guys. Misk is
It's like a
bonkers,
JRPG.
alright?
You have to leave your equipment because you know in the plot line in the next thing there's an unskippable cutscene that removes the party members and their equipment. You need to transfer the equipment before the cutscene. You need to do it. It'll autosave.
Mule.
God, I can't wait till we get the good audio. It's gonna be so big.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was
No, not as bad. Nothing could be worse than the airport session. That was the
Who was
worst
at the
session.
airport?
Jack, he played in John's at the airport. We said to hear a Chinese guy talking on the phone the entire time.
What the fuck, bro?
It was based.
And every single time Jack
Base.
talks, all you hear is the airport loudly going, "We are now boarding the flight blah blah blah."
I played until literally the internet died from liftoff, Harry.
That's
I played
hilarious.
until the internet fucking died. I am dedicated.
Yeah.
My God.
You did not want to go in the butthole.
Yeah, I'm not going in this pocket pussy. Fuck
The
fucking
pocket
pocket
pussy.
pussy.
I did hear about that, yeah. The
You're
pocket
so
pussy.
far away from your
Cannon,
mic. I don't know if
you are like a bug right now talking. I cannot hear you.
We were better now.
Yeah, guys, next week, I'll be home.
I can't wait for
Hell yeah, dude.
you guys to make your new tandem characters.
So,
We'll see.
yeah.
Oh no.
Have any decisions been made on whether or not you guys will be tandem?
No,
Like, are you
Will
gonna
will
for
not
sure be
for sure
tandem,
until,
or
like,
is
a
it gonna
day.
be
Harry, you know how Will works. He won't have his character until a day before the session.
I already have my idea.
already
All right?
have
I
it.
talked with Harry about it. I just have to decide. We have to figure it out with Mike and see what Mike wants to do. If we're gonna do a tandem thing or if he's gonna do his own kind of thing.
yeah.
I'm gonna figure out how to piece it if he wants to do it. But Mike has to think of like a baseline idea.
Yeah. Which, realistically, ideally you would have that by next week.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have anything queued up in the chamber, but just kind of have that in the back of your mind.
Gotta think of 2 characters by next week. Fuckers.
Who? Mike does?
No, me.
Oh, why do you have to? For eternity?
Michael messages us today saying he wants to run a campaign, and I was expecting it to be later on, but he said this Sunday. I'm like, what the fuck?
This Sunday.
It's just funny. Will's champion Awad did do his campaign before Michael. Will's champion.
Did you think he was?
Well,
I didn't think so.
we kind of denied Awad, didn't we?
Great Utah moment.
Awad tried to
Yeah.
just back in it like months ago, and we said no.
Yeah,
so
we
I
denied
didn't think he was
Awad,
gonna
so-
come back.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Sucks.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm going to
that
bed.
is the end of the
Bye,
session.
Mike.
Thanks for playing, Mike. Love you, dude.
Yeah,
Always appreciate it.
tomorrow. Let's talk.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll hit the ground running.
I can't wait to see how Kev glows up.
Absolutely. Okay, I'll end the stream there. Thanks to everybody for watching Tragedy of War Session 39. We'll be back next week with Tragedy of War Session 40. See you there.